Police say the man and the daughter met on Facebook and later decided to take it further.
And now that man is facing serious charges, accused of having sex with the teenager. Natalie Sense joins us now live. Natalie, I understand you talked to both the mother and her daughter.
That's right, and the suspect's own mother herself. Now, I'm told that the duo met about 2 years ago when the girl was just 11 years old. She went on Facebook, saw that the two of them had a lot of mutual friends, so she asked for a friend request. He allowed that and found out a lot about her. For instance, that this back here is where she went to school. He started hanging out at the school, at the basketball courts, befriending her. Then recently, sneaking into her house, reportedly having sex with a girl. This is how he was caught.
And I opened it, and he was sitting right there. And I said, "Who are you?"
Sitting on a hamper in her 13-year-old's walk-in closet. A 19-year-old man claiming at first to be 15, then saying he was 17.
You knew then that she wasn't no 17 years old. So now you got me pissed. That's when I tied him up.
With a bungee cord and his own shoelaces, the girl's mom bound the man, beat him up, taught him a lesson for a full 5 hours before calling police.
I kept telling him, quit writing her on Facebook, quit talking to her. At the time, she was only 11. She had turned 12. And I told him then.
And she responded back to him. That's the whole thing. It's a two-way thing because she's talking back to him.
The man's mother defends her son, blaming information given on Facebook for his actions. But the girl's internet service and phone were taken away a year ago to try to keep her out of harm's way.
And I told you when you went on that Facebook and told them boys what school you went to. He came right up to the school talking about he 15, he used to go here, yada yada, this and that, to get in your head.
It's my fault that where he is now, because I should never been on the internet like my mom told me.
The girl is obviously very upset. She says that she had sex with a man 2 times to the point of where she was bleeding. She says the first time he snuck in her house was last weekend, but he jumped out a window before mom came home and before he was caught. Back to you.
Well, Natalie, what's next then for the man accused of all this?
Well, tomorrow he's scheduled to be arraigned on criminal sexual charges, but right now apparently he's telling police that he thought that she was 17 and that they met just last week. Back to you.
All right, Natalie.
This is a very secluded portion of the park. That's why it has to be the work of a prankster going through all of this. And over there, that's where a father dropping off his daughter looked in the dark and thought he saw something that couldn't be good.
It's huge. It's like a 150-pound cat.
Okay, are you there?
Black.
Okay, are you there now?
Yeah.
The caller found it hiding inside a concrete drain. In the dark, the creature looking menacing.
And I went back from behind it, shined a light in there, and it's in there.
Convincing enough to concern Warren police, taking 10 officers off the street until one finally shot it with a taser gun, only to learn the panther is really just a stuffed animal.
And there's sightings probably several times during the course of a year.
Commissioner Bill Dwyer says his officers did not want to waste any time deciding if it's real, considering it was hanging out near a playground and neighborhood.
We did what we had to do. We want to keep the city safe. That's the bottom line.
The now torn up cat cost the city nearly $1,000 of wasted police time, not to mention a bit of panic.
I'm telling you, I think I see a black panther over here.
A black panther?
I'm telling you, I'm not playing games.
It's called being a public nuisance. That's what the prankster could be charged with if caught. They could also have to pay back $1,000 to the city and face 90 days probation. In Warren, Natalie Sense, Local 4. 12 pounds? Or how about this one over here? At 20 pounds. Ugh. Myth number 1. The bigger the turkey, the better.
I think it depends on the turkey and the brand of turkey more than the size of the turkey.
That's correct. It all depends on what they've been fed. Smaller birds even can taste better.
The meat closest to the bone is really sweet, really moist and juicy, and therefore when you get a bigger breasted turkey, you're going to have a little less bone and a little less of that flavor getting into the meat itself.
And what you fill these with doesn't really actually matter. That's myth number 2, saying that this has to be better than this.
It'll be the equivalent of in the can, but most people don't know that. So I would buy the canned pumpkin versus buying either a jack-o'-lantern, a large pumpkin, or if you can't find pie pumpkins.
It's tryptophan trivia and myth number 3, that turkey makes you tired.
It is a myth in the sense that there's not enough tryptophan, which is the enzyme, the actual amino acid that's going to create the sleepiness in you. There's not enough of it in turkey that's going to create it in and of itself.
In fact, some cheeses and chicken have more tryptophan than turkey. It's likely the strange array of rich foods coupled with high calories and a busy holiday to blame for the exhaustion. They all say stuffing, but isn't that the same as dressing? Well, that's myth number 4. Kinda.
It's the same stuff or dressing, but just where it is.
She is good.
Well, stuffing and dressing are the same, only in the sense that they're made from the same ingredients. Stuffing is typically put inside, stuffed inside something. Dressing typically is prepared outside the bird.
Does this thing actually really work? Myth number 5, pop-up timers.
No, they don't work at all. This is one of the big fallacies that people trust these things. Typically speaking, you'll find that most of them don't really work.
And that's just the start of all the myths there are to have busted, but at least it'll help get your Thanksgiving started. In Clinton Township, Natalie Sense, Local 4.
This next is a story that will really tug at your heart. A terminally ill boy from Metro Detroit asking for one final wish, and it's just to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, but the doctors say that he might not make it that long, so they're moving up the celebration. Local 4's Natalie Sense has this emotional story from South Lyon.
I have a box for you.
The mailman can't move fast enough. Thousands of Christmas cards and gifts coming from strangers across the world. 5-year-old Noah Bjorkman is already opening some of his gifts.
Oh, what is it? An angel. You got an angel.
This angel is one of his favorites. It reminds him of himself and where he'll soon be.
In heaven. I'm going to be an angel.
And he was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma in February of 2007.
Noah has been fighting cancer since he was 3. Diana and her husband Scott have come to grips that their little boy won't make it till the end of December.
We made sure he got to have Christmas. So we said, well, let's do it next weekend. And my family dropped everything. They're bringing the food, and everybody's coming, and we're all excited to spend Christmas with him this week. So, I mean, his time is very short.
They want Noah to live the rest of his life as a normal kid who's excited about Santa, to say the least.
And I'm thinking about I'm going to save him till after Santa comes, and put those presents on the tree.
And Santa is being delivered to us by the South Lyon Fire Department in a big red fire truck.
Noah's spirits are up thanks to an outpouring of support, comforting this little angel with the best Christmas he'll receive.
Oh, I am so excited that you got an angel.
And with all of this, all the family really wants is for everyone to just keep Noah in your prayers. In South Lyon, Natalie Sense, Local 4.
Okay, and a lot of people will be doing that. He's an inspiration to all of us. You can help make this Noah's best Christmas ever just by sending him a Christmas card.
We've put the address on our website at clickondetroit.com. Just follow the Scene on 4 link, and I've already seen it's really in fact, I posted the address on my Facebook page earlier this afternoon. It's really making the rounds around the internet, so there will be no shortage of cards coming in for Noah. Heartbreaking story.